welcome to my channel once again. My name is Balaji Omobeejay Vlogs, and I welcome you to this video. Returning subscribers, thank you so much. And if you're new to the channel, I vlog about my life and basically every other thing that excites me. If you find this video useful, please do well to subscribe, like, and share. I mean, that's the least you can do. Okay, in today's video I'll be discussing or just sharing, rubbing minds. I think rubbing minds is the word. Because guys, this inflation something, we all know it's not an easy something. Like, I mean, it's global. It's really eating hard, no matter how much. Like, it's that bad. I mean, in the UK, just within a year, less than a year, as at November 2021, I remember the Bank of England interest rates being about 0.1 ish. As at August, this is September, August, that's last month, it's gone as high as 1.75%. That's like how many percent increase? You go into stores now and you're just amazed at the prices. Like, there was a time the energy hike is also another thing. Like, the fuel, the diesel, the petrol, it just kept increasing steadily. You go to stores and you're like, this thing, I know I got it this amount yesterday, it has increased. Everything, every damn thing has increased. So husband and I, we've had to like put some measures in place to just manage the whole inflation. I mean, every other thing is increasing, but salaries are not increasing. So like, we just have to meet in the middle. And I was like, okay, we all are experiencing this. Let's just get to discuss this. Let me share some of the things we've employed as a family to manage this crisis. And if you can, I mean, it's not even if you can, please guys, we need to continue this conversation in the comment section. If you agree with this point, and if there are any more you want to add, please let me add it. Because I mean, today is the 1st of September. Direct debit day. The money has just gone, everything has just gone, and I'm like, this remaining money, will it be enough for the rest of the month like this? Okay, so yeah, enough of all of that. So basically, I've been able to highlight about 10 things we've in one way or the other adopted as a family. And as a family, I'm saying we're just two, so it might not apply for you if you've got a bigger family or something, but either way, these are things that we have decided to start using in our family and just to manage the whole crisis. So without much ado, I would go into the video and I'll get listing them. So I've got a list down here because I had to do a list, guys. I had to do a list. It's a serious something, so I don't want to miss anything out. So if you see me looking down, that's just what I'm trying to get together. The first thing I'll be talking about is going to be applying for a credit card. I know back home, a lot of us, I mean, the African blood, the Nigerian blood, we are not used to this credit card paparazzi. I mean, we are used to having the money and spending the money. The credit card thing is not something that we are used to or that comes to us naturally. I once made a video on credit cards and how to build your credit score. I'll put the thumbnail somewhere, and then I'll also put the link in my description. You can get to watch that video and understand how credit scores work. It's actually not that bad, and it also helps you to have some more cash, some more money within your disposal to use within the month. So aside to what you get, like what you are able to withdraw from the cash machine, what your salary is and all of that, you can also apply for a credit card, and so you can have some more money in addition to what you have. In that video, I spoke about how and how not to use credit cards, so you can actually watch that video and see what you should be doing and what you should not be doing. So because I've said you should apply for a credit card does not mean you should go get a credit card and put yourself into more mess. So when you get this credit card, it helps you to have some more money to spend. So more like you've got your salary, which you have normally, say about 1K, just an analogy. If you have a credit card whose credit limit is about 500, and then you get to spend like 25% of that, that's like £125 extra for you to spend in a month, and then you get to repay the next month. Like, I mean, that is something good. That's some extra money to use. But bear in mind that you shouldn't be withdrawing from the cash machine with your credit card, or else it's going to incur more cost, which you really don't want to be doing at the time like this. So but you can use it to probably pay in stores, to shop online, and all of those things, which is actually good. So you can get to use your credit card for things like that, while you save the money in your debit card, I mean your account, for withdrawals and things that you can't use your credit card for. So if you don't have a credit card, if you've not applied for one, I would encourage you in times like this, please get a credit card. It's going to help you, and do well to pay off your debt as soon as possible, because if you don't do that, it's a red flag. And also do well to not be overly reliant on the credit, such that you are not spending above 25% of your credit limits at every given point in time. Because if you continue spending above that, it's also a red flag for your credit score. Okay, so that should be point number one. Okay, so the second thing is going to be getting a blue light card or a health service discount card. Okay, so on that, there are two different cards, and health workers generally qualify for the two of them. For the blue light card, I think it costs about £4.99 or thereabout. I'm not very sure. You can double check, for about 2 or 3 years. And then the health service discount health service discount card is also known as the ODE count, OD count, or the count, or the spree card. Either ways, is also known as that. It's for health service professionals. So for the blue light card, there is a list of people that can use it, like a long list: NHS, the police, the Red Cross, armed forces, Royal Air Force, Marine, Navy, like social care workers, UKVI. Like, it's a long list. But I mean, if you are a health worker, I am sure you definitely qualify to have a blue light card. So, but if you are not and you're seeing this video, you can have a look, just browse blue light card and see who and who qualifies, to see whether or not you qualify to have one. So the blue light card, basically, it offers discounts to all these people, all these categories of people, such that you can go on there, you can check the blue light card app or their website. You can just put a store, any store you want, any store you fancy. You could put Matalan and see whether they've got any discounts for blue light card holders. You could find some people with as high as 40% discount for blue light card holders, 10% discount, 25% discount. Like, it just varies that way. So basically what we do in the house is to go onto the blue light card app. Say we want to shop in Boohoo Man, for example. We'll just go to blue light card, type in Boohoo Man, and then you get to see what discounts are available to be spent in Boohoo Man. It could be like 10% discounts off sales, off full prices and all. Various stores are on there. I won't lie to you, a whole lot of stores. Fine, you pay for it the first time, just £4.99 or thereabout, but it's free for about 2 years. The benefits you get out of it is way more than the amount you're getting to pay at the first instance. So, like, for example, for our grocery shopping on blue light card at the moment, Asda has got 10% discount for blue light card holders. So because of that, we now shop in Asda. Guys, we now shop in Asda. So after we shop in Asda, and I think Asda also has good prices, to be very honest. Okay, so we get to shop in Asda because of this, and we get 10% off whatever it is, whatever the total is, which, I mean, is a good stuff. Rather than going to somewhere else, paying the full money, I've got 10% off in a particular store. I mean, I'm saving something. So that about the blue light card. And for the health service discount, that one is more like a cashback card. It's like your ATM card, and then it's a prepaid card. You get to load this card from time to time, and then when you pay, over the counter or you use it online, you get cash back off some stores. So for the same Asda, I think I've got about 2.5% cash back. On Hagos, I've got about 5% cash back. On Boots, I've got about 5 or 4% cash back. Like a whole lot of stores. There's Wilco, there is Sainsbury's, there is Halford, there is like a whole lot of stores. So when you use this card to pay for your shopping in any of those stores, you get a cash back, which is actually something. So for instance, in Asda, when we shop in Asda now, we get nothing less than 12.5% discount off our shopping, which is, I mean, it's a whole lot, to be honest. So if you are a health professional and you don't have these cards, please do well to go and get this card. It's going to help you a whole lot. I'll put the links to get the cards in my description as well, so you can look it up and follow it up and just try to do something about it. We got save money. We got survive this inflation something. All right then, yeah, without wasting so much time, I'll move to the next thing, which is pretty similar to the second point, and that is the saving schemes for different stores. I'm sure this is something you are aware of or probably not taking too seriously, but I would say we need to take it seriously at this time. So a lot of stores have various saving schemes. So for Sainsbury's, I know they've got this Nectar card where you get to accumulate Nectar points, and when your points have reached a certain limit, you can use it to pay, or it's having a point to certain limit, you can get some coupons and all of that. I know for Sainsbury's we've got Nectar as I just described. For Boots, you've got a Vantage card. For Tesco, there's a club card. There is which one is there again? We've got Lidl. For Lidl, there's this Lidl Plus app. I'm not very familiar with that one, but I know someone who says it works perfectly well as well. And then for Amazon, even Amazon as popular as Amazon is, Amazon has also got these features like the subscribe and save. So more like, rather than buying one like at several points in time, when you subscribe for the subscribe and save feature on Amazon, you also get to save something about, I think about 25% or thereabouts. So if you're constantly buying, say, milk for your baby or for your children, I mean, if you subscribe to the subscribe and save, you can get the save 25%. I mean, either ways they will drink milk whether you like it or not. I mean, would they not? So like when you get to subscribe to those things, it does help in some way. Like it might look like it's not a lot, but it's something. I mean, at the moment on my Vantage card, I've got some £8.60, more like accumulating from points and points and points and points I've gathered. Also on this Vantage card, because Boots is on, I can use my health service discounts in Boots. I get some cash back as well. So like you need to consider all these store saving schemes and maximize it as much as you can, please. That's another thing we've been doing, and another thing I think might be helpful at a time like this. Then the fourth thing is gonna be this point there. Hell, consider the store's own products, guys. We need to consider the store's own products. Okay, so prior to now, before this inflation thing, it's really hard. We really did not mind. Like we want to buy washing up liquid, I mean, we just go for Fairy. Fairy is the one we see on adverts on TV. We want to buy milk, like we go for the branded ones. Hell, guys, now we pay special attention to the prices. Like we cannot just be going and then we just carry one milk without looking at the price. Could possible. Now we pay special attention to the prices. You look at everything. This milk like this, this milk like this, this milk like this. What's the cheapest? Okay, this cheapest. What will happen if we take it? Is it fine? Is it normal? So like for washing up liquid, the branded ones used to be our first choice, but now we go for the store's own products. If you are shopping in Sainsbury's, buy Sainsbury's washing up liquid. If you are shopping in Asda, buy Asda's washing up liquid. If you are shopping in Boots, buy Boots products. If you are shopping in Lidl, buy the one Lidl has made. I mean, there's a standard for all of these things. So like, I mean, the difference between them, it's not gonna be a lot. That's one thing we've come to realize, or that's one thing we said to ourselves, and we are also coming to realize. So rather than buying a branded washing up liquid, now we buy the store's products. We buy the store's own mouthwash. We buy the store's own biscuits. We buy the store's own bread. I mean, bread, we usually spend about £1.40 on the bread we usually had. But now, like, I mean, that day we just looked at all the prices and realized that the bread we usually had was about £1.40, and the one from the store was 70p, and we're like, double the price. My brother, bread is bread. That was the way we bought the one from that store. And we had it really like, "Ah, maybe it's going to taste different." Guys, it did not taste different. Bread is bread. And since then, we've been eating the store's own bread. Okay, yeah, while I know that there is no how, there will still be a difference in the quality. I agree to that. I absolutely agree. Because I mean, what in the course of trying the store's own products, there was a time we bought the store's own chips or French fries, and it was absolutely rubbish. We had to like tell ourselves no more. We'll just continue buying the one we used to buy, and that was just it. So just try it. If it's something you can manage, if it's something you can compromise on, then keep it up. And if it is not, just go back to the brand you are used to. After all, you are making this money, so you have to spend this money. So the next thing now would be taking a close look on your direct debits. Guys, this might look like a very trivial point, but it is very essential. I know a colleague who shared with us how she was paying constantly for a particular subscription she no longer needed for almost a year. I mean, those ones did not send you to continue moving their money steadily, until she had to look at her bank app and saw that, "Ah, what is this £10 leaving my account every month?" And she realized that, since when did I stop using this thing? Like, how would £10 continue going out over something I don't need? Imagine. So guys, please take a close look at your direct debits, your standing orders, your subscriptions. See what you still need, see what you don't need anymore. If you have Netflix, you have Prime, you have Disney, you have everything, look at the one, which one am I watching the most? And the one that you're watching the most, keep the subscription on. Other ones, you can discontinue them. Like, just in the bid to what? Save money. 6, don't assume you have the best deals. Don't assume your insurance plan is the best. Don't assume your car insurance, your home insurance, your energy bills, the ones you can compare. Don't assume you have the best already. If you can, go on websites confused.com, compare the market, see if you can get cheaper deals. If you can, omoyami jackpot, go to switch. Don't continue paying so much money when you can get the same thing for less. I mean, hey, this money. And then number 7, okay, so I saw those tweets recently. It was like, if you can stop eating African food, you will save money. Guys, this is an ongoing debate in our house. Left to my husband is like, we don't need to do African shopping again. Let us be eating this stuff. Let's be eating Oyibo food. But me, I'm like, no now. If I'm not eating African food, I don't feel like I'm eating no. So as I'm actually talking about this point, I'm talking to myself as well. I don't think I've come to that point where I can do without African food. Yeah, I mean, it's our food anyway, but this, we should not lie. Let us not even lie. African food shopping is expensive. Like, you buy one yam like this that is not up to this, can be like £7. I'm like, 7 whole pounds. Whereas you can actually, instead of going for yam, you can eat potato, which is way lesser. You can, I don't know, I really don't know how to substitute African food shopping for Oyibo food yet, to be honest, because I feel like Oyibo food is not going to, I won't have the feeling of I have eaten. I think that is what it feels like for me. So this point, I really don't know, but we're trying to reduce African shopping and see if it's gonna help. But basically, what I'm just trying to say in this point is, if you can do without African shopping and make do of with the food available here, with both food available here, please do. It's gonna help you to save some money in one way or the other. Also on this, I remember a friend of mine back home in Nigeria, she shared something with me recently, and I mean it's just the truth. She was like, I mean, the whole inflation thing is global, isn't it? I just think the impact is probably more in some places than some other places, but either ways, every country, everywhere is experiencing this global inflation, this crisis. So for her in her family, they used to have yam and egg on a steady. Egg is now very pricey. A crate of egg, I think they say it now goes for about 2,000 naira or more, which is a lot of money. And then they had to think of a way to, like, how can we slash our budget on egg? And they have growing kids. I mean, they need the eggs anyway. So, but they just realized that the kids can always have an egg a day or thereabout. And they decided to substitute, okay, whenever we are eating yam, let's try garden egg instead. Garden egg sauce. Garden egg is way cheaper than buying eggs or than frying loads of eggs for one meal. So they tried the garden eggs, and in short, the family even liked itself more than the fried eggs, and that was the way they slashed their budget on eggs. So whenever they want to eat yam, they rather have yam and garden egg sauce instead of yam and fried egg, and that was it. So if you can apply the same principle to our African food shopping here, I think it's gonna go a long way. Number 8, this is fall. I mean, we've had August as the time of shooting this video. Last weekend was the August was the summer bank holiday. So I mean, officially summer has gone. So now winter, fall, we're approaching fall, and winter is gonna be creeping in a couple of months. In winter, whether you like it or not, everywhere is gonna be damn cold. This energy bill crisis, we are due to have another rise in October. I mean, it's something everybody is not looking forward to, but I mean, we'll survive it. Yes, say to yourself, I will survive it. I will survive it. It's not gonna kill me. So basically, we have winter coming, like creeping in very soon. Whether we like it or not, we'll switch on radiator, we'll warm the house up. Guys, warming the house up means you're paying for it. If you can, rather than warming the entire house, guys, layer up to warm yourself up. Wear double socks. Wear your, even if you want to wear your coat inside the house, guys, wear your coat inside the house. If it's going to help you to save some money on your energy bill. I know this may not apply to everybody, because you might have a baby, you might have children that they don't even understand that there's something called energy crisis. In those situations, it is explainable, it is understandable. You just don't have, like, I mean, you have no choice. Okay, that's fine. Even in such situations, you could consider, rather than warming the entire house up, how about we warm just one room or two rooms up and save some money? That's also something else to consider. Still on energy consumption, I think we can even apply this right from now. Someone like me, I can like to wash chocolo washing. Can like to wash like 2 or 3 times in a week. And the more you wash, the more your energy bill, my people. So if you can, I'm talking to myself too on this point, let your washing be, put all the washing together. Load the machine when you want to wash, like load it and know that you are doing this wash once and for all. Not like you wash half load of the machine today, another half load in 2 days, and the time, the energy, the bill to run the machine remains the same for each time you run it. So if you can, make do, like put lots of clothes together at the same time and run it once. You could reduce your washing time to like once or twice a week, depending on how frequently you currently wash. And you could also consider washing at night time. I think from 10 p.m. or thereabouts, people swear that you get lower tariff rates at that time. I'm not 100% sure, but you can also consider that. Look into that and wash at night rather than just washing during the day. That is going to help reduce the energy consumption. Switch off the lights when you don't need it. Switch off the lights behind you. Don't leave the lights running. You might have children that will keep switching it on. But if your children are old enough to understand, sit them down and explain to them what the situation is. It's not like we don't want you to run lights, but this is what is happening, guys. And let's see how that is gonna also help us. I should be rounding up very soon. I've just got a couple more points, and we'll be rounding off. And next thing is gonna be disciplined. Be disciplined. Some of us can like to window shop, go. I'm the ringleader of that group. I just have to go and like just window shop. I'm not buying, no, I'm not actually buying. But you just like have a look, and then you have a look and you see this really nice thing and you're like, oh god, this thing is so fine. And you're like, I don't have the money now. Well, it depends anyway. It depends. If you know you are disciplined enough to window shop and not end up spending on something you did not budget for, that is fine. But if you know the window shopping will make you spend on things you did not budget for, then maybe we should not be window shopping again. Yeah, I think that's another thing to be considered. And finally, I'll just talk about work schedules quickly. If your job is such that it's hybrid, you probably go into office and then you can also work from home. At a time like this when inflation is everywhere, there's rising cost of living and all of that, if you can talk to your employers, like let them know if they would let you work more from home rather than going into the office. So by doing that, you get to reduce your budget on transportation, maybe on the fuel or on booking taxi, on the bus or anything. Or is it real, whichever means of transportation you use to get to work. I think you never can know until you try. Like just put it forward to them first, like let them know first, let them know how you're struggling and how you think this might be helpful to you. If they say no, it's better than not trying at all. So that's one thing. Then the other thing is going to be, if you're a family spending on childcare, and I mean both parents are working, and the children has to be, they have to be safe somewhere. So more like you're spending on childcare, you might want to consider your schedules again. If it's possible for someone to be at home rather than going to spend on childcare, you could work opposite shifts if you can. You could work opposite days if you can. Like just explore options, explore, don't say no, don't say never, try it out, like explore it. Let them tell you no from there rather than you telling yourself no without even trying at all. So like times are really hard, times are hard, we won't even deny that, but we trust God to ease our burdens. But even as God eases our burdens and sees us through those challenging times, we can also put one or two of those measures in place, and as many more as we know. As I am like this, we are also looking for measures because we are not there yet though. This crisis something, it is a serious something. Sometimes you don't even want to think about it, and then you just find that you receive emails. They'll come inside your email box like this to tell you that okay, there is energy crisis. Bank of England energy inflation rate has interest rate has increased. I'm like, you people just leave me alone. I don't want to think about this thing. Don't come to my don't come to my DM and tell me is it by force. But I mean, it's the reality. Whether you read it, you know it, or you don't, it doesn't mean it's not happening. It is happening. So I trust God to help us. So if there are any more tips you've been using in your home that has been working, please feel free to let us know in the comment section. We are all learning and we all want to learn and get through these hard times together. I hope you've learned one or two things from this video. And if you found it helpful, please do well to like the video and share it with as many friends and family who you think might also benefit from it. And if you haven't subscribed, please, it's beg, I am begging. Do well to subscribe to the channel. Till you see me again in my next video, I remain your darling Omobeejay. Remain in God and God bless you. Bye.